I got some charts if you guys want to see them.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's wait like 5 minutes, give people a chance to come in. What? I got a good chart. I think Oprah is doing her shit.
There you go. Man, come on.
Let's see if you guys can figure out. I like a company that Oprah is the owner of it. 5 minutes, give people a chance to come in. A stock company.
I don't know.
Which company does Oprah own though?
Without Googling it, I don't know.
There you go.
It's for fat people, I'll tell you that much.
Is it like Weight Watchers or something?
Yep.
Man, come on.
The symbol is WW. Look at that. It looks pretty good. That Oprah is the owner of it. It doesn't look pretty good, but it looks like it has found the bottom and it's finally moving up.
WW.
What is up?
What's up, Sticks?
What's up, man? How are y'all?
Good.
You sound sleepy, bro.
Yeah, dude. I
Did you
just got
just
back
wake
from
up from a nap?
No, I got back from a motorcycle ride. Fucking exhausted.
You're whisker
It's
whipped.
so hot, dude. Like, even going like 50 miles an hour, it feels like someone's putting a blow dryer to your body. Like, it's just uncomfortable.
All right. Let's see. Let me find one thing, and then we will get started.
Hold on. Let me open up YouTube.
Yeah, I just put the link in there in the Sunday Hangouts channel. If anybody wants to watch the live stream.
We should probably put that link on like the Insta and the Twitter.
All right.
Yeah.
Copy and paste.
That's good. Actually, let me do that on my Twitter real quick. Get some fans to come hang out with us.
That way, people will at least start to. The more we repeat that, if I can fucking speak, the more we repeat that, the more people will start to realize that it's a steady thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we already got pretty good attendance today, and it's growing every week, so that's exciting. All right. How do I add this here?
Oh my god.
Dude, Sorav has so many followers on Twitter. Like, he's like famous.
On Twitter?
Yeah, I'm so jealous, man. He's over 1,000.
What? I can't even get. I'm barely at. I haven't even broken 900. I don't think.
I'm at like 600 or like 400. I don't even know. I've stopped counting.
Let's see. Never mind.
Whatever. Social media people.
Don't be jealous, man.
I'm so jealous, man. You're like a local celebrity, like a super furu.
Don't worry. What I have in plan, shit, man. He's gonna blow up. Let me just post this one first.
All right, so I guess we'll go ahead and get started. It's 9:01. Close out all these windows. Got like 10 windows open. Hey Jennifer, thanks for attending. I think she came in yesterday or day before, so that's awesome. So welcome everybody to the Sunday Hangouts. We do this once a week, and we just go over some stocks that we're watching, and really put together our watch list for the week, and we post them in the Discord for everybody to have there to take a look at and see if you guys want to take any trades and take opportunities. Take those opportunities as they hit our alerts that we set. So first things first, we'll go over the disclaimer. So of course we're not considered financial professionals, and anything that we say in here, you take it as is, and it's for educational purposes only, to help us all kind of learn from each other. And you trade your own accounts and so forth. So we got the disclaimer out of the way. Oops. Just exited out of Discord. There we go. All right, so who wants to start us off? Well, I guess I'll start off with SPY. We kind of screwed up last time and did SPY at the very end of the video. So I think it's much better if we start off with SPY. All right, so if you're looking at this on the live stream, this might look kind of crazy, but let me zoom in a little bit here. All right, so last week we were talking about that SPY looked like it was a little bit overbought, and we were talking about it may end up getting to that 1272 extension around the 30150 area, and might roll over. And that's exactly what happened. It didn't quite get to the 30160 area, topped out around 30130-ish, and then rolled over. And then, if you guys were watching it, you know what happened. I mean, we had some really, really crazy pukes last week, and I actually got caught long in a couple of things. But, exited out of those things, and, that happens. But looks like now, depending on what the earnings do this week, it might, it could reverse and come back on down. I've got, based on that last leg down, I've got an extension set to, looks like it can get to around the 295.20 area, down around here, and possibly the 1618 would be the 293.50 area. So just be aware of that. So I don't really have too much that I'm going to make calls on this week. We've got a few on the list that we might, that we're going to take a look at. But I myself don't have really anything that I'm really watching. I'm just kind of waiting for the earnings to get out of the way, and the Fed meeting to get out of the way, and get on into August. Start getting some of the Wall Street traders back in, get some volume going, because this low volume stuff is really driving me nuts. I don't know about the rest of you guys. All right, so that's my spiel for SPY. It's looking kind of bearish to me. You guys have any other takes?
Hold on real quick.
I think I'm just going to agree with you. I think SPY is looking bearish, but I think this week, I think we have some earning. I think Facebook and a couple of other big FANG names this week and the following week, I believe. So everything is going to be based on news driven. So it could pull the market up, it can pull the market down, depending on how those stock does, because they're a big part of S&PY and a lot of other ETFs and other indexes.
Yeah, I agree. So if you look there in the Sunday Hangouts chat, and also on the live stream, I pulled it up here. We're looking at this is like the biggest week for earnings and earnings season. So if you look there on the live stream, you can see all the different companies and what days that they're reporting on. So it looks like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are the big 3 days. We got Tuesday, a lot of the like Visa. I see Discover Card there, Harley Davidson, Snap, Coca-Cola. Wednesday, you got Boeing, Facebook, Tesla, a lot of the ones that we play every day on Wednesday. Thursday, which day is Apple? I think, I don't see it on this thing. I don't know which day Apple is. We can look that up. I remember it's right around the time of Amazon as well.
Yeah, I believe the Facebook is this week though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I said. Facebook's on Wednesday, along with Tesla and Boeing and PayPal. Thursday you got your Google and Amazon and Intel, all these big tech companies reporting this week. Friday, McDonald's and Twitter.
Apple is July 30th, so it's the following week.
So that's next week, okay.
Yeah, Amazon is July 25th, which I believe is Friday.
That's
No,
Thursday. That'd be Thursday after the bell for Amazon.
Yeah. So if you would do play, what's it called, future contracts, that's pretty good. Like when the market closes, when they report it, it's going to move the market.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna throw some volatility in there, depending on which way it reacts.
And
But
Google is also July 25th.
yeah, Google's the same day.
Where are we posting charts at?
In the Sunday Hangouts chat.
This is my take on SPY. It's had previous, like that line that I have drawn there. It's had previous times when it's touched it had done something, whether it went up or it broke past it. But I think the point where it's at right now, that 296, between 296.27 and 296.77, there's some kind of it's an important point to watch. Obviously, if it goes up, that means I'm gonna be bullish on it. If it goes below that, I'll be a little more I'll be bearish. But yeah, for me right now, this would be just a good time to watch it.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it can go either way, especially with earnings and everything. But yeah,
I like your charts, man. I need to set up another screen where I don't have all this craziness in my chart.
yeah, I made this one so it can be clean and
Yeah. So I can also make it like in Captain Zero happy because I know he's dying to say something.
Dude, your charts give me a seizure.
You should see mine right now, Captain.
You guys mentioned Boeing. I threw that in there. That was on this.
Yeah, that's one that I was looking at as well. That was like 380 area. Watching, yeah.
And John Deere.
Ooh, John Deere is a good one. I like John Deere a lot. I think I'm turning into a hillbilly.
What's the ticker for that one?
DE.
Just DE.
I think it's a solid company, man.
Oh yeah, been around for decades.
Yeah.
The only tractors we have on the farm, man. They're amazing.
That chart looks like a dragon. Makes me want to watch Game of Thrones.
I don't know if it's going to go up or go down, but just whenever it breaks.
All right. We'll throw that. Let me throw that in here for everybody watching on the stream. Oh yeah, dude. It's kind of got the cup and handle look a little bit on the 4 hour. And we've got the ZTH scalper giving us a long signal there on the 4 hour. This last week was kind of weird for me. I didn't really trade too much. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Got another one for you. It's got earnings coming out. It's AGN.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What is that huge run up? Was there news or something?
Don't know. Well, I got Stix's favorite, JANA.
Dude, JNUG was insane this week. Like, if anything I should have traded, it was JNUG. Like, I didn't see it until after it was already like going nuts, but like that was an insane move.
Yeah, I wish I never sold my JNUG, man. I bought those shit.
Yeah, no kidding.
I sold it for like 98% or 100% profit. I was happy, man.
Yeah, look at JNUG, okay?
Dude, man, I missed probably 1,000% move on that one.
Yeah, so I mean, look at this thing, okay? Look at this trend line break, and it just I mean, it's a miners ETF, right? Gold miners.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the gold miners, but Jesus Christ, this thing just exploded. Like, let me take a screenshot.
I think when the market stabilizes a little bit or after the earning, maybe I'll try to look into buying puts on that shit, man.
Yeah, GDX is another one that went absolutely ape.
Yeah, that's a gold as well, right?
VanEck ETF.
If all the earnings are maybe on Friday or like after the 30th or whatever of July, if earnings are good, I think I'm gonna buy like puts on all of these, man. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I think that's.
It might be too early for that.
Yeah, I mean, you're on the front side. I mean, you don't know how far it can go up, so you might wait for it to roll over a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, this thing's just absolutely exploded in the last couple of weeks. Sticks, I can't believe you didn't trade this thing, man.
I know, man. That's your baby.
You must have been super busy.
Let's look at Weight Watcher. I want to get your opinion on that thing that came up on a 0 to hero long scanner.
Damn it! This entire time I've been speaking and then I'm on mute.
I love it, don't you?
I love it. Oh man, yeah. I was saying that with JANA, I've been busy with my AC and everything because it's still not fixed. Apparently, I have to like clean something. Anyhow, yeah, I didn't catch it until the move was pretty much done, and I was so mad, dude. I was so pissed because I cycled through my usual suspects: AMD, JANA, UWT, EGAT, BUY. UNH, all those I have like a set of like 10, 15 stocks that I always just cycle through every single day. Just keep browsing between all of them to see if I can get an opportunity. But when I saw JNUG, I almost cried.
Yeah, dude. Yep. It's gone like 20 points.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's insane.
And that's not from the reverse split. Like that's like they fixed the chart. You noticed that, right? They adjusted the chart for the reverse split.
They fixed the chart from right exactly. But it's like, I mean, the move happened at like $5. So let's say that you dump 10K, right?
Yeah.
Dump 10K, 65. That's 153 shares. Multiply that by 20. You could have easily made 3K.
Yeah, that's crazy. And not to mention what you could do with calls, like.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, so what do you guys think about this one, the Weight Watcher?
What time frame are you looking at?
Either daily or the 4 hours. On the 4 hour, just looking, based on
Sorry.
the last candle, based on the Friday action was really not good, so that's understandable.
Yeah, yeah, that had a huge run up and that just like crashed right back down. So
everything crashed on Friday, man.
I know, yeah.
But the stock is like literally from one, let me see. Looking at a 4 hour. From 1 year high from $96 to 47 cents to $24.78. And I think Oprah, actually got involved in the stock, I think about 2 years ago or whatever.
Yep.
So it has gotten down even after that. I may have to look at like a little bit more of the fundamentals and everything on that. But they only lost like 16 cents last quarter. And they were expected to lose 23 cents.
I mean, I like the chart on the 4 hour. I mean, yeah, it looks like it's trying to make a recovery effort there.
Yeah, but this is like not like a daily swing or whatever. This is more like a long-term hold for a couple of months. Option I would buy if I were to play this move.
I don't know. They've really taken a hit over the last year or so, huh?
Yeah.
Got up to what, a
This
little
is
bit over 100, and it's down around 20.
yeah. This is one that I would watch, but if you look like within the previous month, you can see that it's had, like, let's say it'll run up from around $17 and they'll make a run of about all the way up to 21. So that's a 4 point. If you have 1,000 shares, that's $17,000, right? Yeah, if you have 1,000 shares, you could have easily made 4K. Only one that would interest, especially coming soon. Oh wait, it's having earnings. August
I think the earning
6th.
might be next month.
Yeah, August 6th. Shit. I might have to wait for that.
Yeah, one thing that's interesting me on this one is on the daily chart. It's actually the ZTH scalper script is showing a turnaround for this, so that's kind of interesting. Is that how you found it?
It came on a 0 to hero long scanner, but obviously I looked at also through the scalpers.
That's
and
the
also
rainmaker.
Yeah, it's also showing the both things there, so that's why I have confidence. I think this might be a good play. If I'm buying a 2 or 3 months option, and hopefully we can get there in a couple of weeks, especially earning coming up. And they did lose less money last quarter, less earning than expected. So that's always positive. And the main thing is Oprah. I'm like, believing that that lady is going to be probably doing something to the.
Why did it crash from 100? I mean, did Oprah sell some shares, or?
No, I don't think so. I need to look more into it.
It was in like April when it started to turn around.
Yeah.
But no, I remember when she came on with the company and it just like took off like crazy.
Yeah.
I think I traded it a few times, but yeah. Okay. All right. So add Weight Watchers to the list.
So hold on.
I set my alert already on this for what's it called? 27.33, somewhere around that range. So if it breaks that, last week high, I'll probably enter.
All right. Cool.
So apparently the reason why Weight Watchers crashed was because let's see, reportedly on the fourth quarter results that missed expectations according to FactSet and provided profit guidance that was less than half what analysts had projected.
Ouch.
So that's a big
yeah, that's a fundamental.
Yeah.
Maybe they're turning it around. Maybe
people aren't drinking the Kool-Aid anymore.
I guess, but I mean, this is still one that I'm gonna keep an eye on. I think it might do a little move, nothing huge, maybe like a point, half a point. If I buy 1,000 shares, that's $500. For me, it's worth day trading. So I wouldn't hold this one longer than a day. That's just me.
Okay. It seemed like D.A. Davidson raises their price target on that to $32 from $24.50.
Which one?
D.A. Davidson.
Oh, for Weight Watchers.
Yeah, so they raised their profit target or their target to $32 from $24.50. So which is actually pretty positive. That's almost like a 25% move or more.
Right.
All right, so the next one that I'm looking at is Dish Network. It's ticker DISH, Dish.
It's still around, man?
Yeah, man. Amazon hasn't killed them yet.
Not yet.
I don't think it'll die before it makes another run.
This is another good one. I think I'm going to keep an eyeball on this one. For the past 2-3 months, actually for the past 6 months, it's just been going up.
Yeah.
The one that the chart slinger's talking about?
Yeah.
Nope.
So this one showed up on my I don't know what you call this thing. You know that that big list that I was telling you about before, where I had all the different criteria, and it just shows all my everything when everything lines up. That's the ones that I can see.
That's really good.
Yes.
So this one had the let me find it again down here. So it doesn't have a squeeze, but it's got every other. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different criteria lining up on this one for a long. So, I mean, that means it's within the 1 ATR range, close to the moving average, and they're just going to be watching it for a move to the upside. And we remember the trend is our friend. The trend is up on this one, on the 4-hour and on the daily. So I think if it starts to make a move towards those recent highs around 42, that one's going to start to be interesting.
Yep, I dig it. I like it.
Let's see.
I have one. If you got sort of. It's one that I'm gonna keep my eye on. I'm not sure if you guys went over. Well, no, I don't think you guys went over it before. LUV.
That's Southwest Airlines.
Southwest, yeah.
Yeah,
I know they have earnings.
They have earnings coming up, yeah.
Yeah, but I think they are. I mean, for the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe longer, they've just been going up, and they had good. They paid dividends. When were the last earnings? Yeah, the earnings. So estimate was 0.655, and their actual was 0.70. So they did okay. Yeah, I don't know. This is one that I'm gonna keep an eye on. Maybe ready for in the next 2 to 3 days, I think.
All right. I've been burned on this one before.
LUV, yeah.
Yeah.
I would trade the stock. I wouldn't. I don't know if they have options, and I'm sure they do, but I wouldn't trade the options.
It kind of moves in waves. You can see on the 4-hour 180 day.
That's why I love it.
Yeah, it kind of moves in those waves.
I love waves, man.
And it's kind of tightening too. So.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of making like a wedge.
Mm-hmm. Big wedge over the past year or so.
Yep. But yeah, I love waves because to me waves are predictable. And yeah, so.
All right.
I got one decent one that's popping up in the scanner. It's CXO, which I never traded before, but it looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Especially how it's. But if you draw the lines and everything, it looks pretty good. Looks like it's ready for a breakout, and especially the way Friday ended. I really like that. And I think they're gonna be having earnings soon.
It's like a big diagonal. It's a big triangle.
Yeah.
That's.
It looks like the support has been there for a while though. Like it hasn't reached the support of the low from since December.
Right.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
December 24th or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
When everything was the lowest.
It's a very nice triangle.
Concho. Is Concho Resources?
Yeah, I don't know what the heck they do.
Come on, man. That sounds like a name that you should know.
It does. It sounds like something I should know. But I don't.
I'm just saying, man.
Great.
I want to. What are your guys' thoughts on Chipotle?
It's just a beast.
It's a beast. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, go look at how it's dipping.
Let me see.
Yeah, this is another one that kind of goes in waves, but it's just moving up. Like it'll make a wave down, and then it'll make a monster run up. And
I had the opportunity to buy this thing around $300 something, man. And it was all because of what was it? The food Ebola or something.
Yeah.
And I actually went in there like I think 6 months ago. I did not know they also sell margaritas and actual liquor in there.
Yeah, they sell
Yeah,
beer and
dude.
stuff too.
It's like Taco Cabana.
Yeah,
You probably don't have those in New York.
definitely not. We don't have those. So I was like
Yeah.
actually surprised by that. So I was like, all right, that makes sense because then the profit margins are pretty huge in the drinks. But I don't see many people drinking during the lunch hours.
Yeah. Yeah, Captain, did you hit this one at all? I mean, it broke out to the upside from your call a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I was, well, what have I, Best Buy, KSS, and CMG. All those are pretty good. Best Buy was amazing. BBY.
Dude,
I think we talked about it on one of the Sunday
yeah,
Hangouts.
Best Buy's looking good.
yeah. I love Best Buy, man. I buy so much shit there.
Yeah, dude. Good call. Oh crap, messed that up.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like you were saying earlier, the volume and stuff. It's summertime, right? Everything's a bit slower than.
Yes, it is. Intraday stuff is just kind of weak lately. At least the stuff I've been watching anyway. All right, let's talk about Netflix. Did anybody
Actually,
trade Netflix last week?
I did. I did a bit, and I did it for the call side. I definitely made money, and luckily I was done trading it when it started going down.
I tried to. The next morning, I grabbed a call or a couple calls on that one, thinking that it would, at least make like a, 50% retracement or something, and it just didn't do enough for me. I bought too far out. I think I broke even on that.
Yeah, I saw the premium was too high. I think it was due to the earning thing.
Yeah.
I think I want to be making in the near future, like the courses about like doing the earning play by doing the option selling. But I'm still
Yep.
testing those things out to make sure we get a very high percentage because there's a different strikes when it comes to option which one to pick, and that's playing around with so many different strategies on that. So
Yeah.
definitely
I
a lot of them are
mean,
very promising and showing very good result.
I've got a strategy that I use for trading earnings, where I use the put spreads or call spreads. Sometimes I just do an iron condor. And what I
Yeah,
usually do is I'll take the 80% out of the money, or the 15 to 20 delta on those for my short strike, and they usually play out pretty well. I mean, even if it, a lot of times, even if it, because at that point you're past the market maker move. Okay, so you're past the expected move
yeah,
of whatever the market makers are putting into the pricing of the options. So
yeah,
you're outside of whatever they're already pricing into the market. So even a lot of times, like this happened to me on Facebook last quarter. I did a Facebook earnings trade, and I think I even put that in the swing alerts channel, detailed that trade. But it went past my short strike, but by the end of the day, it came back in because it was outside the market making move, and ended up
yeah,
making money on that one, even though it
yeah,
opened up outside of my beyond my short strike. So it's a really good strategy, and you don't always win, but majority of the time you're going to win on those, just because
yeah.
of the
I think
the
majority of the
IV
time you're gonna
crush.
win on those things. So
Yeah, just
the
because
only
of the IV crush. So
yeah,
anyway, that's a topic for a different day, a different course. But yeah, I agree with you. I think we definitely need to be start working on some options courses, because most of the people in our room are trading options, or if they're
yeah,
not,
and
they're
like
wanting to get into it. So
yeah, especially the way I do it is like a lot more complex because I take something and make it a little more complicated, but I need to be able to explain those so people can follow through. and the way I'm doing it is something similar to the way you explaining it.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it on a diagonal, so I'm doing it on a longer time frame. So I'm buying further out, so the time decay is not that much, and I'm selling closer into the money. So I'll put some examples and everything soon for it.
Cool, man. Sounds good. Yeah, Netflix. I think Netflix is just a dying breed. Honestly, that's my opinion. I think there's too much other competition now, and honestly, I don't. To me, I don't think that their original content is all that great compared to the other stuff that's out there. I don't really see this thing going much higher than maybe 400 or 500, but that's just my personal opinion.
I agree and disagree with you on that one. So just from the fundamental point of view, because they still have a great content and they have a lot of content, they are expanding a lot more internationally, where they're trying to capture. But the problem they're having is the price point, what to offer their pricing it.
Yeah.
But the competition is what's really also hurting them as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They spend crazy money. I was reading when I forgot. I think next year, the French show, which I think been around for 10, 20 years, whatever. I remember watching when I was a teenager, and they actually paying, I think, close to $60 or $80 million a year to have that on Netflix. So they're paying a lot of money for a lot of the shows and everything.
Well, not only Friends, man, it's The Office as well. The Office, okay, just so you know, okay, me and my wife watch The Office on loop, okay? We've watched the entire thing probably 7 times just because it's good to have on in the background, right? So I think there's a lot of people that do that. And I think people are going to be super pissed when they take those off. I think they've already announced that. Like you said, they announced they're taking Friends and that one off The Office. But I think they said that NBC was, or I think it's NBC. They're starting their own streaming service is why they're pulling it from Netflix. So it'll still be available. It'll just be on a different platform.
Yeah, I think the biggest 2 competition, in my opinion, they have, or maybe 3. I don't know. Roku doesn't really do anything, right? Roku is just providing the service.
No, Roku.
Yeah, I think it's just a
provides
platform.
The platform,
right?
Exactly. So I
think
think the
Hulu
Netflix's
is the
2
one.
biggest competitors would be Disney and is
Hulu.
it
Amazon.
No, not even Hulu sucks. It's gonna be
Amazon
Prime.
Prime.
Amazon. Well, no. Dang, which one's the other one? Is it? There's another
Hulu.
big company that's coming out with their own streaming service, and they took Disney took half of the major revenue that Netflix is coming out with, and then this other company took the other half. So big time shows belong to them, and big time movies belong to Disney.
No, just the ones that I have. I have the Amazon Prime, which Prime is a lot like Netflix. They have a lot of their own content, and then a lot of stuff that they people pay to put on there. And then, like you said, they have Disney. Disney came out with their own thing this year where they're putting all their stuff on there. And
I
then
think this
also
is a big blow to them.
Yeah. Also, you have Hulu. They do a lot of their own original content. And then you also have the different streaming services like the original or the channels from your dish services like Stars and HBO that have their own streaming services now. So there's a ton of competition now, whereas just a couple of years ago there was nothing, and that's why Netflix blew up from $100 to now it's around 400. But now I think the party's over. I think the honeymoon's over for them. They're gonna have to.
I think they just don't need to be spending so much money aggressively.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way. They just need to let the loyalty or the money just come in and give back to the shareholder and become rather than a growth company, become a large cap company and give back. But different ways of doing it. So I have another symbol. I think Jacob, you might like this one.
Yeah, go for it.
WIX, Wix. I think it's.
Oh, that's what our website's made on.
Yeah, that's why I told you might like that one.
Yeah,
the charts look pretty good, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's starting to tighten up there.
Yeah, because I think they advertise a lot, and more people are actually getting into their online businesses, and I think they do a good job. Even though they have a lot of competition, but not many of them actually advertise like they do.
Well, I mean, just an example, you've seen what's happened with Shopify. I mean, a couple of
Yeah.
years ago, I mean, Shopify wasn't really that big and well known, and I was actually using that for some other stuff that I was working on, and it wasn't that well known, and the stock, was only around $100 or a little bit below $100. Now it's like going nuts, like over 300 or close to 300. So, maybe this thing could have a similar story. Who knows? But yeah, for now, I mean, I like that pattern that it's making, a little kind of a bull flag there.
Yeah, even if you look on the daily, you can see it also, and especially with the Friday close on the day like Friday, when it closes like that, for some reason I like those things because that to me it shows like a pretty positive momentum in that company that like a lot of people are still believing in it regardless of whatever is happening with the market itself.
Yep. Yeah, I like that one.
What do you guys think about Tesla?
Ooh,
I'm keeping my eye out on Tesla. It does have earnings coming out on the 24th.
yeah,
But
I know somebody was trading that on Friday and was making money like not to mention a name like Captain.
Yeah. I like Tesla.
Yeah.
I know it's random and volatile and it's all over the place, but I don't know, man.
I like it.
One thing about it, when it gets on a run, it freaking runs.
It goes, yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at my daily chart for Tesla, and it exactly did what I posted in there. Like, I drew this thing, I don't know, probably a couple of months ago, but it broke the downtrend. I think it broke the downtrend about like 2 weeks ago or something. So, and since then, it's been also like in the uptrend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just kind of a Tesla fan, anyways, in general.
You gonna buy one?
Or
do you already own one?
No, my bud he's got a Model S. I had it for a bit, driving it around, and kind of fell in love with it.
I heard those things can go like 0 to 60 in like super fast.
3 seconds or something, like
Yeah,
supercar speed.
I've been in like every kind of car, like Ferraris and Lambos and all that shit, and that Tesla, it goes so freaking fast you can't even breathe. Yeah, it's the coolest. It doesn't even feel like a car. It feels like you're driving a spaceship. Yeah, but I'd probably go, I don't know, like the Model 3. I like those.
Another one I'm keeping an eye out on, and it doesn't do huge moves, maybe like 30 cents, 20 cents here and there, but it's one that is more affordable to play. It's just cheaper, and it's Ford.
I think they give a pretty good dividend. Is that right?
Yeah, they give it's like 15 cents, I think. Yeah, 15 cents. That's tomorrow too.
All right.
The reasons I'm looking at Ford is, aside from other indicators I have that are letting me know that, hey, it might be going up soon, the reason I'm looking at it is because it's kind of been staying in that channel, and it's at the very bottom of that channel.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm keeping an eyeball on that, just in case it breaks out, or it goes up, breaks out of the downward pattern, that downward pattern, and it goes up. In other words, following the channel still.
Yeah.
Which, if that's the case, that is a 3% gain, 3.89% gain or something. So it would go from like 10.25 all the way up to 10.60, so about 30 cents. So if I buy 1,000 shares, $300, or
So-
1,000 shares, $300.
So where would you be looking to enter that? Like if it crossed above your moving average there?
More importantly for me, if you look at the picture I posted,
Mm-hmm.
more importantly for me, it has to be above that 9 EMA. Oh, you
Okay.
can barely see it.
So that's a 9 EMA.
Yeah,
The blue one, right?
the little blue line. Yeah.
Okay. All right,
So-
cool. Hey,
Sticks, what time frame is that? I can't see it.
180 day.
4 hour.
180 day, 4 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the last time that it hit the bottom of that channel and it got above the 9 EMA, it exploded.
Excuse me.
Cool, man. I like that one. I like that setup.
Yeah, that's. I'm just keeping a little eyeball on that one. The only thing that scares me is freaking earnings, man. I don't like the earnings.
I don't like to trade through earnings unless it's, like I said, a premium selling type thing. I don't ever hold long stock or options through earnings.
Yep.
So I was asked to take a look at AMD. So AMD was one that we've been trading the last couple of weeks. It's been making some interesting moves, but looks like it's kind of took a little bit of a breather this past week due to everything that happened with Netflix. So it looks like it's kind of, maybe the same or a similar deal there as what we were talking about with Ford. It's maybe, looking for it to bounce off of that lower trend line.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that it's gonna probably continue to play out that triangle.
Yep.
That would be my guess.
It's definitely eyeballing. I have many eyes.
People.
See, another one we were asked to take a look at was Lyft. And I think this one's definitely worth watching for the long side. Because I think we've been looks like you've been having some shorts getting squeezed over the past few weeks. And it's just been making those higher highs and higher lows.
¿Cuáles? ¿Cuánto? Yummy.
And looks like the next resistance is around 75. You may have some around 70, just because it's the whole number. Then the next technical resistance is around 75, so that one could take off. Also, your ADX is above 20, and you've also got the ZTH scalper in line with that, but it did already hit the target on that, so it could pull back a little bit before it takes off again.
Yeah, I just gotta say, Lyft was super good to me on Friday. Did probably like between two accounts over $1,000 on that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Probably make a recap of my Friday probably after this.
Yeah, go ahead, man, because that thing like really took off. I mean,
what's up, brothers?
What's up?
What's
the
up,
only
man?
reason why I traded that was because we went over that last week in Sunday Hangout.
oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So Tyler,
Yeah,
we're talking about
that's
Lyft right now.
Oh, nice. What was the analysis?
We're just talking about it looking like it's squeezing the shorts, and possibly the next resistance looks like it's not until like 75. You might get some around 70. But the next technical resistance looks like it's around 75. So you could get a pretty solid run out of it. But I do think it's probably going to pull back one more time before it takes off again. Probably down to that recent support around 60, 650-ish. Because it does look like it's a little bit overcooked from that last run the last couple days. But after that, once it gets in the buy zone, it might be worth looking at.
Right on.
Actually, let me check when is the lockup period expire for Lyft. So, for those of you who don't know what lockup period is whenever a company goes IPO, usually the insider, the people cannot sell their share beside what they already sold in the IPO. They're locked up for 180 days. So that 6-month period they cannot sell at all. And whenever the 6-month period is over, usually the IPO will go down a lot in pricing, even if it's up. So whether that's Lyft or any other stock, especially like BYD, we can look at that next. So whenever that's coming up, you definitely do not want to be long,
Yeah.
unless it's a really good company and you know the reason. So the lockup period for Lyft is September 25th. So we have some time. So like I would
All right.
probably like until next month is when I feel okay to hold Lyft. Anything like longer than next month, I do not feel comfortable until that lockup period has been over for like a month or two, and the insider CEOs or the other board members have a chance to dump their stock and make the price crash. All right, so be done with all the bullish one. I think we should look at some bearish one as well.
Yeah, man. Whatever you got, throw it in there.
Let me see. Give me 1 second. I was looking through. I don't have that many bearish ones. Because everything looks pretty bullish. So like in the market, give me a minute to look through a couple of the different scanner.
All right. In the meantime, I'm going to go over the economic calendar for next week, just see what we have going on. Because we're running a little bit long here. I don't want to go too far over an hour. So let's see here. I'm not seeing too much here. Yeah, so next week looks pretty tame as far as economic calendar goes. We got existing home sales on Tuesday, Wednesday, some PMI, new home sales on Wednesday, Thursday, weekly jobless claims. Not a whole lot going on. Friday, you get the GDP for Q2 report. That could have some effect on Friday. Other than that, not too much going on as far as economic news. So unless we get some kind of trade news or something like that come out, looks like the story is going to be earnings next week, or this week, I mean.
Yeah, I just don't like many stocks at the moment for the bearish, even though I don't like it for the bullish either, but at the same time, I'm more bullish on overall at the moment until the news proves otherwise. So I think this week is mostly going to be scalping for me. I am still, let me see a couple of the position. I want to take a look at it. I'm still in Macy for about a couple of months contract. That actually still looking pretty decent.
Okay.
Even after
Yeah, on what's it called on Friday. That was not really affected that stock.
Oh, well, I'm talking overall, not just Macy's.
But yeah. I mean, until it proves me otherwise, because Friday was definitely a pretty like bearish day, but sometime it just like just like a little correction because we've been running overheated. So we're gonna have those pullback before we can make newer highs. So there's gonna be a lot of profit taking and everything. But we have to play because there is no really bad news why we went down so much, and all those news has been there the same, like before. It was nothing new.
Yeah, last week was definitely a technical pullback. I mean, it was overextended. It almost hit that 1272 extension. I mean, you can pretty much always count on that 1272 extension. Um, you know, being your reversal, and then if not there, then the 1618. But even if it passes that 1272, it's usually not going to go too much farther than that.
So the main two big position I'm holding in my account right now is just a Macy long 10 contracts, and then I have 10 puts of ACAD puts. And I've been holding that for I think about like a week and a half or something. And I went in long because I saw the big money going big on that, and that wasn't working. Now it's working. It's a September contract, so I still have some time. So it's pretty much break even. And overall, it's kind of a chop, but looking more bearish than bullish on that stock. So I think it might be good for my position.
What do you think about Apple puts for the long term? Because their last earnings was pretty bad, tanked, and after all the trade war stuff, I think they'll be even worse.
Apple actually met its earning estimate and everything. So a lot of those bad news are already priced in, and trade war is just one of those crazy things where we don't know what's going on. And it's only with China, but they do sell a lot over there, and that the Chinese country, Hawaii, Hui, whatever, is also the main number one company over there. So most people prefer buying that over there. They just buy Apple because they have the money to buy it.
Yeah, my opinion on that. I think something that these big tech companies have been doing the last few earnings rounds, and I think it's pretty slick. Is they've been beating a lot of their estimates, but then they come out and they give some like shitty guidance or something, where it's obviously bullshit because they always the next quarter they come in and beat the estimates. So I think they're doing that just so that the next quarter they can beat their estimates, or so that they can drive the price of the stock down, so that they can get more at a better price.
Yeah, and they also do a buyback. So like if you
Yeah.
look at like, Apple, like they buy back at a record
Yes.
number.
Yes.
So that's why they have to do less better than the last quarter because they bought so many shares.
Hmm.
Also, another thing, I don't know if you know about Apple, they're moving from like this from iPhone sale into diversifying different things. So main thing is servicing for them also now. And lately, I read an article. They're acquiring so many little companies for the
Yeah, they have
innovation
like $1
purpose.
bill cash right now.
Yeah, I mean they have freaking stupid amount of like cash.
Hmm.
So they're just acquiring a lot of new companies and they are coming up with new innovation. They don't release those things until it's fully out there. So Apple is one of those companies where I would be long or on that stock rather than shorting that stock. And one thing, if you want to see it, do who is it that asking the question so this way I can refer to you? Is it Hawk or somebody else?
Tyler.
All right, Tyler. Do you know how to like if you're comparing Apple and Amazon? Do you know which one is actually cheaper?
No.
All right, so I'm going to teach you that one really quickly. So just pull up on the Google. Jacob, you want to pull that up on the Google real quick so people can see it? Put it either Amazon or something in there.
Yeah.
So this is a most basic thing, but like a lot of traders, especially technical traders, don't understand that. Like they see like stock that could be $200 and a stock $2,000, and they would think the $200 is actually cheaper or more, and the 2,000 is more expensive. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. Sometimes it's totally different.
All right. So what am I googling?
I just put like Amazon stock.
All right.
So I'm just waiting for it to pop up on your screen. It should be popping up. So look at the PE ratio. That's a very important number. So you don't even have to do any crazy numbers or whatever. That's price to earning ratio. And that's pretty much showing you like how many dollar has to be there in order to make you that $1. So
It's
$99.
99.
Yeah. So Amazon is actually pretty expensive. And when you look at, and I'll put Apple in there, and when you compare that, Apple is so freaking cheap. Apple is $16.59. And that's how you actually calculate, like, which stock is expensive, which stock cheap. All fundamentally. So when you're looking at that, like, like the PE ratio, Apple is along all day long because compared to the market, I think market right now might be 21 or 22 overall. So Apple is actually a very cheap value stock that you can pick up for long-term investment.
Yeah.
SPY doesn't have a PE ratio.
Yeah, it's not. And look at Netflix. Netflix is 123. So Netflix is actually more expensive than any of those other stocks for your money. What's the other ones? Netflix, Facebook. Facebook is not bad. Also, Facebook. I actually like Facebook a lot though for long-term projection because it could blow up pretty big if everything lines up for them.
What do you think about Facebook's earnings?
I think the earnings is going to be good though. Like Facebook is like they don't have such a crazy overhead. They do have overhead or whatever, but think about it. Like they're a tech company. They make money like Google, and they don't have to do like invent a lot of stuff. They have most revenue coming up like Google, and what not to love, especially if they come up with Libra, which I think they're going to have a hard time coming out in the U.S. But the rest of the world is going to be pretty easy, especially the third world countries, for them to release that.
Facebook makes a ton of money off of just their advertising.
Yeah, and Facebook might be dying breed, but let's not forget about Instagram, which is like the number one social media at the moment, and which is owned by Facebook.
Yep.
Let me look at Google. Google is not bad either. So Google is only 26, almost 25.89 PE.
Yeah, I think some Google calls pay off.
Yeah, Google actually looks pretty. I'm looking on a daily. Let me look at the longer term.
It looks pretty oversold right now after their last earnings.
Yeah, Google actually looks like a bearish stock to me. All right, I'll be right back. My little daughter needs me.
All right, so let's go look at one more. And then we're going to call it a night here. If I can get it to work. Here we go. So we're going to look at Roku. I was asked to look at Roku. So Roku is one of these stocks that's just been on a freaking tear lately. The past couple of months. Had a little bit of a dip a couple of weeks ago and then ran back up. And now it's just kind of consolidating. So, I think it's probably in that buy zone right now. If you're looking for it to come back to, the moving average, expecting another move higher. So, but the thing about this one is it's a pretty volatile stock. So you just want to make sure you have your stops in place and have a plan to exit on that one, because it can roll over pretty hard, as we saw a couple days ago. It ran up to 113 and then promptly rolled all the way back down to 105. Okay, so this one looks like it's really great for day trading if you have the funds to trade it there. But also, you can have some really great opportunities swing trading this as well. So, yeah, I think this is one to watch in the next week or so. I don't know when is their earnings. Their earnings are on August 7th, so got a little while for earnings on this one as well. Did you guys have any more that you want us to take a look at?
Let's look at BYND.
BYND?
Yeah. Look like it's still squeezing, man.
Yeah, it does.
And look like the MACD also could be turning up, so that can give it like a little extra momentum.
See, they got earnings on the 29th. That's next week, early part of next week, I think. Not this week, but the following week.
Yeah, options premium is just crazy ridiculous on that.
Yeah. I can't wait till this one actually starts to roll over and die, because it's going to be, I think, an epic drop.
I think I'm actually going to try to do because the premium is so crazy high, I'm actually going to do a call credit spread on that, a little bit out of the money, and see how that goes. Maybe like a month or 2 months out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that should have a pretty high possibility of being a winner.
All right. Well, cool, man. If you guys don't have anything else that you want us to take a look at, then I think we're gonna wrap it up here. So everybody that's watching on the stream, or if you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and give us a like and maybe a comment if you liked the video, and make sure you come hang out with us again next Sunday, and we'll take your questions, take your charts, and if you like this channel, go ahead and cruise through some of our other videos. We got a lot of trade recaps in there, and some other pretty neat videos. And go ahead and give us a subscribe on there, so you can get the alerts next time we upload anything. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming, and we'll see you in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and stop.
Sounds good. See y'all later.
All right, guys.
Later.
Later.